Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in. I've always been a big fan of the LEGO Speed Champions theme that came out all the way back in 2015. Yes, it's been 11 years, can you believe it? How time flies. And of course the early models were quite simple, weren't they? Like that one there, for example, it's just 6 studs wide, which suited the minifigure line quite well really, but obviously you can only fit one minifigure in. And as time went on we started getting 8 studs wide, like this one here, and in fact most of these here. And then, of course, they started doing things from films as well, didn't they? We had the Fast and the Furious, got James Bond there, and the highly anticipated DeLorean's finally here as well, which came out in January this year. I'll probably end up buying a few of those, actually, to do all the different versions of the cars. But yes, one thing LEGO hasn't ever done is a display case for these. If you look on places like AliExpress and Temu, places like that, and even eBay, you can find sort of mocks of display cases. They're unbranded, not made by LEGO. I don't mind mock stuff, like I've got a Knight Rider car there, which is a mock. In fact, I've got 3 versions of that, which I've made videos about. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description. But yes, just recently I did stumble across something in Smith's Toys. In fact, I mentioned it in one of my videos in last year. There's a company they deal with that makes minifig cases. They're not actually made by LEGO themselves, they're made by a third-party company, but they're really good. I've made videos about these as well. Again, I'll put a link in the description. So we've got something new to look at today, and that is a case for Speed Champions cars. And here it is. I couldn't believe it when I saw this, actually. I thought finally that someone's done a proper case where you can fit multiples in, because all the display stands I've seen so far seem to be either open sort of where the dust can get to them, just like shelf brackets, or single cases. There may be others out there not spotted, but this is the first one I've seen that will take actual 6 cars in one go. And a bonus to this as well, it's got LED lights in, just like the previous one I did a review on, and the big one that takes all the minifigs. It's got a big door on the front that opens up, and it takes 3 AA batteries for the light system. Before we open this up and take a look at it, let's have a look on the Smith's website and see what they have to say about it. And here it is, and I say since I bought mine, it's now come down in price. It went down to $29.99 and then $24.99. I paid full price for mine at $34.99. So let's see what it says. Showcase your brick, cars and minifigures in the style with wall-mountable 3-level LED display case. Protect and display your collection with LED strip lights and space for 6 cars up to 20 cm in length. Each removable platform features a build brick base plate to secure your minifigures. Highlight your collectibles with a sleek customizable finish to create a unique backlit display. The perfect wall-mounted feature to light up rooms and gaming spaces with collectibles. Cars and minifigures not included. The dimensions of this are 49 cm wide, 12.3 cm deep and 36 cm high, and it requires 3 AA batteries not included. Okay, let's open it up, shall we, and have a look at it, see what it's actually like. It looks like it's got that same cling film across the front, the main one that I did for the figures. It's actually burning a bit there actually. Removing the cling film on these is actually quite difficult. It took me quite a few minutes to get it all off. And annoyingly some of the cling film is stuck behind those hinges, and I don't think they can be removed. We'll have to look at that later. There's the LED light strips across the top there. I must say I'm not impressed with how they're stuck on. They're coming off. These trays slide out, putting your cars on. This is very reflective, it's showing everything else in the studio. But yeah, so that opens up basically like that. Okay, I think we'll get some batteries in it next. We'll have a look at that, see what the lights look like. Okay, power buttons on the front there. Never look very bright, but when there's nothing else on, it's quite effective. But we'll get some cars in it now and have a look and see just how good it looks. I just don't like this door here. You see that, how it's bowing? I'm not impressed about that at all. Okay, let's get some cars in. So at least the tray comes out there and you can put your minifigures across the front there. So that's handy. Very shiny plastic. Again, if you're going to put real minifigures on these, it's always worth putting some LEGO studs down first, just in case these are out by a few microns. You don't want to expand the minifig feet, do you? So let's go for this Lamborghini first. So I guess it just rests on there then. Yeah. I was hoping there'd be some studs on this part here, but there's not. So it just rests like that basically. Have I got a minifig around? Seem to have lost my Lamborghini driver. So yeah. Oh, that's the first one then. Get Night Rider at the top there. See, being black, it's not going to be seen easily. I'll let the DeLorean fit in with its tail on. Just. I'll turn the lights down a bit and we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, it fits in nicely. It's pretty cool. I must say I'm actually liking this even more now it's all together. Okay, so I found a way of getting the door off. On the back of the corner there, there's a bracket that holds this front piece on. That just slots in there basically. I'll do a close-up of this. And then it lets you lift these off, which can get to that annoying bit of plastic that's left. So we can get that off now. Glad I noticed that actually, because this was going to really bug me otherwise. There's no instructions for this, so it doesn't tell you about this. You have to just kind of figure it out yourself. I should imagine there'll be people out there that haven't realised this. I was trying to pull this piece of plastic off, and of course it's got that big lip at the top there. Yeah. This one will come off now. Other thing with this as well, when you pull this plastic off, creates static, so any dust that you've got around you will cling to it. There we go, that's all off now. So now we can just drop this front back in. And then this piece here, we'll just go back in there. This pushes in there basically, and that allows you to put the screws back in the back. But you've still got this issue here with the door bowing. This is quite annoying. I did try swapping it around, reversing it, but then it caught the inner lip of the cabinet itself. It made a clicking sound. The problem lies basically in those two hinges. There was just no clearance between the top and bottom. They rub against the outer casing of the cabinet. The only way you could probably sort this out is by filing them down. So there you have it, the Speed Champion solution to storing up to 6 cars from the company Build It. First impressions weren't very good, to be quite honest with you. Like I said, that door bowing is a real put off for me. It's going to let a bit of dust in, isn't it? And the whole point of this case is to keep dust out. Because as we know with Lego, they will battle with keeping the dust off. It's a good idea, but poorly executed in my opinion. That door just doesn't fit, does it? It's out by probably a couple of millimetres actually. Like I said, if you've bought one of these yourself and you've not had that problem, please let us know in the comments. Or if you've got a solution for it. Well, I don't think I'd buy any more of these. It'll look good once it's on the wall, so it's got 4 mounting hooks on the back there, holes to mount it on the wall. And it does light up, so it's something I suppose. $34.99. It's not worth that, I don't think. I'd say probably no more than £30, but if you can get it for $25, even better. I think the last time I looked it was reduced to about £30. And they're still doing the large Lego display minifig case, but some of the smaller ones are marking down already. In fact, one of them's already discontinued. Well, I hope you found that useful. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching, and until the next video, I'll be seeing you.